I'm excited to announce that as of this moment, the My Listing Club is offering its clients a premium WordPress analytics solution for no additional cost. So in this video, I'm going to run through who the clients are that qualify. We're going to look at why the selection for this particular analytics solution was made. And then we're going to look at the actual back end of a website. So what you're going to see if you have this installed on your site. So first off, who are the clients? So if we go to the MyListing Club website, mylisting.club, and we go under services, you'll see manage my listing. That's one, website care, and keys to hosting. So whether you have an active subscription for just one of these, you just have to have an active subscription for at least one of those three services. Even if it's only keys to hosting, which you can get in at, a low cost for amazing hosting and get a ton of premium plugins included, which now includes this analytics software. This is something I've been wanting to bring to the MyListing Club community and its clients for a long time. So I've been testing things for a long time in the analytics area, coming up with my final choice for the solution, and I'm happy to say I have it. I've bought it. It's now available to all the clients. So looking at this website, this is a partner of mine over at InfluenceWP, who's also been a great resource in making the decision. The main thing that's driving this solution was, as part of the MyListing Club product template, so the MyListing project template, there's a task in there. Go set up your Google Analytics, go set up your Google Tag Manager, and so on. And it's very difficult to set that stuff up. And also the data, it's really hard to understand the data. There's just so much data. It's hard to understand. It's hard to do reports on it. It's hard to do journeys. It's just very difficult. And I just kept asking myself and asking people like, hey, if I got a premium analytics solution, would you guys be interested? And just everybody said yes. Like it's a pain point for everyone. And I'm happy that we now get to solve that. Okay. So now in the project template, I literally get to say, hey, here's the solution we're using. Do you want it? And off we go. And it's just, you'll see how easy it is to set up. Okay. So here's the breakdown. Again, this is a partner from InfluenceWP, and he's gone through and he's, analyzed all of this stuff, what does what. So Google Analytics, we've obviously already ruled that out. Yes, it's free, but again, to my clients, I'm offering this to you for free. So think about that. I just went through each of these, and each of these was either the cost the cost didn't make sense sometimes, the feature set didn't make sense. Maybe they didn't allow a certain number. They limited the number of sites that you could have. So it was either cost prohibitive, didn't have the features. You could only install it on a small number of websites. Some of these on this list don't even do what we need it to do. Some like Microsoft Clarity, that's just more of a heat map solution, and so on and so forth. So I whittled all of this stuff down and settled on AnalyticsWP. So it checks all of the boxes here. It's not just that it's a great cost. It's that it checks all the boxes. Okay. GDPR compatible. What that means is you no longer need a cookie banner. Just get rid of it. It's gone. So like maybe that came in from Termageddon, a third-party plugin. Hopefully you're not paying for a solution, but if you are, you do not need it. Once we put this on your site, we can take that cookie banner down, and that's just going to speed up your site for one, a little bit more, and it's also going to help the user experience. They don't have to get that cookie banner pop up, which makes your design look ugly and all of that stuff. So that's a huge one. And this is part of it too, the no cookie notice. So you're going to be in GDPR compliance, and you're not going to have that cookie notice that pops up. All right. One thing that you won't be able to do is import from Google Analytics, but that is not a downside overall, because you can still, if you've already had Google Analytics set up, just keep that running if you want for the short term, and then eventually you just don't have to use it anymore. Okay. And it's got everything, advanced e-commerce features. So it's heavily tied into WooCommerce. So you can track journeys all the way through the purchasing of specific products. You can track product event tracking. There's just all kinds of things you can do with WooCommerce. It's very focused on WooCommerce, which is another selling point. You can set up funnels, all different types of funnels. This other stuff down here doesn't even matter that it doesn't have. It's just not really relevant. So long story short, it checks every single box that it needed it to check for me and my clients. Okay. So with that said, let's go ahead and look at the AnalyticsWP website. If you want to check it out for yourself, it's very simple, AnalyticsWP.com, and you can run through all of the features here, but it's packed with features. Ad blocker resistant. So you nowadays, as it says, nowadays many extensions and browsers completely block most analytics tools. This one does not get blocked. And then, like I said, you got the journeys. It actually gives you 20% plus more data than Google Analytics, but it's easier to understand data, okay? You've got all kinds of different journeys. So you can, like I said, you can map where someone's coming from, where they go on your site and what they end up doing, like purchasing a product, all that entire journey, okay? This solution lives in WordPress, as it says, so that makes it secure and private. Fits really nicely with WordPress, which you'll see in a second. Here we go. So here's the WooCommerce. It's just heavily tied to WooCommerce. All that to say is that it just fits perfectly for what we are doing with MyListing. So very excited about that. Looking at integrations, you'll notice Elementor obviously is of interest to us. WooCommerce is of interest to us. And maybe you have, for whatever reason, maybe you're using Elementor Pro and you want to use a different forms plugin. Those are there. Maybe you're just using Contact Form 7 for your forms still. You can do that. So lots of different integrations, and it's literally the flick of they're automatically activated once they're in the AnalyticsWP detects that they're on your site. So I'll show you that here in a second. But yeah, just super happy that I finally made a decision here and we can get this rolled out to clients. Okay, so here's a WordPress dashboard. Here we are on the main AnalyticsWP dashboard screen. You can see how pretty this is. It's very clear, easy to understand. You can sort by 7 days, 30 days, all time. You can do custom filters. Here's your total page views, views per person, window shoppers rate. You can set up your own types of filters in here. You see all of the real-time current visitor stats. You can add a particular query to sort, find information, all that if you need to. Down here, popular refers, popular pages, and then device breakdown. Over here we have live events. So this is what's going on at the moment on your site. So let me go ahead and open up this site in a new browser. And we'll see if we can get something to trigger here. Okay, there we go. You can see something triggering, and it's following everything that I'm doing. So I'm going through, I'm clicking buttons. I was on the home page. I clicked Get Started. Now I clicked Sign Up for a Package. And it's just going to keep walking you through this. And these are all the live actions. Okay, down here in integrations, I talked about this earlier. It automatically detected that WooCommerce was installed, so it turned that on. You can obviously turn it off if you want. It automatically determined that Elementor is installed, so you can toggle that on. Down here in journeys, you can see the exact path that people are going on. So let's say I clicked on this person. You see here the timestamp, what page they viewed, what the URL was, what device they were on, and then you can just see the whole entire flow here. Okay? The total number of events, their email, all kinds of stuff. If they're logged in and they have an email, let's go back and click on somebody else. Okay, just a random person there, so we don't see they're not logged in, so we don't see all of their information. We could click View Journey to refresh that. Let's go back. Let's check this one out. Here we go. We have more of a journey on this one, but you can follow everything that's going on. Going back to this journey, this is the person that's logged in, so they're registered, when they registered, total events, email, username. You can click on that username, go straight to their user account. Here you can do a search for a particular user ID. License is pretty self-explanatory. It's license. Under settings, this isn't a very important one, then I'll get you guys out of here. So what you want to do, and I will do this for my clients, but if you happen to go get this for yourself, this is something you're really going to want to do. You're going to want to disable tracking basically for pretty much every role except for like your subscribers and customers, most likely. I would say something like this. Maybe your affiliates, maybe your affiliate manager, you want to still track, but that's totally up to you. But I would say the most typical scenario is you want to continue to track your subscribers and customers, but you do not want to track these other roles because it's going to muddy up your statistics. Okay, and then that's the most important one up there. And then you can also add a "How did you hear about us?" question to the checkout page. This will add a field to your WooCommerce checkout form and track the value in AnalyticsWP. So let's go ahead and just check that out. We'll do after, let's see, before checkout building form. Let's try that out. Okay, here's the "How did you hear about us?" So it adds a nice little option there for that nice field. And you can choose where you want to place that, or you just don't have it at all. Enable WooCommerce email order notifications source section. So this will add a section to the WooCommerce order notifications email that shows the source of the order. So I think I can actually show you guys this too from my own email, because I've been using this on the InfluenceWP site for quite some time, testing this out. So let's see here. Let me find an email. I think I have one from today. Yeah, here we go. So you see, this is my actual email, and we see that AnalyticsWP tracks the exact source, the refer, what landing page they were on, the event that was there, the multiple refers and the dates. And then you can click on this link right here to view the entire journey. But I'm not logged into the InfluenceWP website to show you that. But if I was, it would take you right to the to your website and show you this right here. It would drop you right into journeys and show you exactly their journey. So it's a really, really cool feature to have. And then down here, that was not an issue, but that is it in a nutshell. It's literally as simple as installing the plugin, ticking a couple boxes, and off we go. So now we no longer have to tinker with Google Analytics or any other complicated analytics solution. It's GDPR compliant, no more cookie banners. It's just an amazing solution. So again, this is free for all of my clients that qualify. So let me know if you're interested, and see you in the next video.